A few months ago, as I was flipping through the channels, something caught my eye.
Today, 5 of America's top athletes filed a federal complaint charging that soccer pays women a pittance to win world championships while it pays big to the men who lose them. Here's Jim Axelrod.
Again, the flick from John Stein, loose.
When the U.S. women's soccer team won the World Cup last year, they drew the highest TV ratings for any soccer game in American history, men or women. They also got a nice parade and a bonus from the U.S. Soccer Federation of $75,000 for each player, according to the filing. Compare that to the men's team. If they won a World Cup, they'd get more than $390,000 as a first-place bonus.
So fast forward a few months, and I found myself en route to Chicago, ready to attend the U.S. Women's vs. South Africa soccer match. I thought surely this would be a great place to ask fans about the wage gap and how it reflects on our society. I tried to interview some fans outside the stadium, but failed miserably due to loud noise volumes. So instead I thought, what would any ethical journalist do? Follow people to their cars, of course. I diverted these guys and managed to get some interviews. Here's what people had to say. So this year, the U.S. women's soccer team brought in $17 million in revenue, doubling what the men have done. Yet the men still seem to be getting paid 4 times more. Do you think this is fair?
No, absolutely not. Like, it actually really surprises me. I thought maybe that the men got paid more because they were more popular, but if the women are bringing in so much more money than they are, it makes absolutely no sense that they wouldn't get paid equal to the men. And it's actually really unnerving and annoying that that's the case.
Since the women's team is making that much more, there's absolutely no reason for it to not be equal, if not the women getting paid more just because they're bringing in more money, past the equality sense of it, the business side of it, that if you're bringing in that much revenue, that you should be making that much more money, at least that much more.
I think it's messed up because the men get paid high figures even if they don't place in tournaments and if they don't do well. And the women have to win, and they still don't make as much as the men.
You know, there's also the amount of money that's invested into their team, the amount of money that gets put into their training, their accommodations, when you think of even field conditions. So it's not even just money, the inequality it's even about opportunities.
In a recent study, we found out that a quarter of all women feel like society holds them back, and that men, white males specifically, across all demographics, are paid the most. How do you feel about these statistics?
I think it's true. I think it makes sense. Absolutely. I 100% think that society holds back women. I think that because there are so many stereotypes for women and so many things that we're socialized to be, like sexual objects, and we're supposed to stay home, and we have all these traditions that we're trying, and all these walls that we're trying to break down because of what has happened in the past, that when we want to break out and do something new and move to another avenue and do a job that a man usually carries, it is scary for people, and they don't realize that they're discriminating when they are.
Women don't want to work and raise a family, or if their husbands or them together decide that they want the woman to stay home and raise a family, they need that high income because there isn't 2 incomes coming in. And I think that's why in general men bring in a higher income, because women do need to stay home or work part-time.
I think that structures of society currently makes it harder for women to go forward, but I also have seen, including my own mom, who supported our whole family without a college degree, financially was constantly either equal or further ahead of my dad from making money, that you also have to push yourself forward.
All in all, what I gathered from these interviews is that although opinions on the wage gap differ, if the women are bringing in the gold, they should be getting the cash. #equal play, equal pay.